Alright everyone, welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. This video today we're going over the basics of survival. Now I haven't done anything like this, so it's kind of rough around the edges, but we're going to give it a shot. Dead by Daylight can be very fun in the beginning. It can also be very frustrating though. And this guide is for the people who find it frustrating and are really trying to look to advance their play styles and just even survive that first game. Alright, so today's video is going to be all about the basics to survival. So, as you can see, we have a lot of characters to choose from. You start out with these five, the top four here, and Nia. Now, as you can see, all of mine have this the skull with the Roman numerals. That means I've prestiged them. Alright, so something I forgot to explain here. Prestige, actually, you have to get there by leveling up your character to level 50. And then once you hit level 50, you can choose to prestige. You can do that a maximum of 3 times and then get your character back to 50, which allows you to be prestige 3, level 50, and that's the highest you can go. Now, we're going to try to pretend that these aren't prestige, so you won't have any of this starter stuff off the bat. You might have some cosmetics, you may not, but you'll start out looking like, just about like this. You don't have any perks at all. You'll have just the 3 perks that comes with your character. You can always see what perks come with your character in their character information here. You can push F1 or you can just click up in this corner and it'll tell you their backstory and it'll tell you their teachable perks. And then if it's checked, it'll tell you that you've taught them. So teaching just basically means that any other character can now get these perks. So depends on your playstyle. You'll want to read through some of these and find out what fits your playstyle, what you think you'll be good at. And it may take some time. That's all right. All right. So we're going to start with Zarina. Zarina is a fresh character I have not put any points into. I haven't leveled her up. I haven't played at all on her blood web. I only have her 3 perks, and that's it. So that's how you will start with basically any character. Now, what you'll want to do is once you go through a game, you're going to want to start to run through these blood webs. Now, I have a lot of blood points just because I like to save up, but it's all your choice. So, for the most part, you want to just grab everything in the early blood webs because you can. So, once you go through some of these, you'll get different perks. Now, you're likely to find her perks and the perks that are just for everyone early on. Now, I've taught a lot of other perks, so that means that you're going to see other perks here. So see, like, this is a Feng Min perk. We'll just continue to go through. Once you hit level 5, you unlock a second perk slot. And then you unlock another one at 10 and at 15, which means you can take a secondary perk. So we'll just run her 3 perks for now. Alright, so from this point, you probably won't be this far in. So we'll just take these perks. We're not going to run anything, and we're going to try it out. So we'll run into a game. We'll get into some more of the specifics of how it runs down, and I'll see you when we get into a game. Alright, so now that we're in a game, you get chosen with a random map. There's plenty of maps to choose from. You just get one of them. So, your goal as a survivor is, if you look in the bottom left, is to find 5 generators and repair them before you die. And then once you repair them, you can open up the... Oh, shoot. You can open up the exit gate and get out. So, during this time, you want to steer clear of the killer. So, in this case, it's the spirit. So, it doesn't matter how you play. You can play to your style, slow, fast, however you want to go. See, I'm trying to carefully evade the killer. Alright, so your first goal is to locate a generator. So, see those flashing lights up there? See how they're faintly flashing? That's how you can locate where the generators are around the world. So here's one. You can see there's one way off in the distance. Pretty much, you're just going to want to sit here, hold mouse 1, and wait for skill checks to appear. There you go. So, skill checks. Skill checks are going to be hard to hit at first. Everyone has to go through it. It's just about learning. So when you get a skill check, you will hear a noise right before you get the skill check. Look, now we have a friend. It'll go twice as fast. So there you go. You hear that noise, and then you'll want to follow the little gauge with your eye until it gets over the black or white area, and then hit space. And that's how you complete a skill check. Now, if you fail a skill check, that's what'll happen. The generator will explode. So when the generator explodes, it will cause you to both recoil from the generator. It'll take a second to start repairing again, and it will knock down the overall progress of your generator. So let's see if we can evade her a little bit longer here. So if you heard that faint noise, the killer had just smacked our generator. So I wanted to add here, while I'm being chased, that I do have a good amount of experience in this game, and this chase won't reflect your first chase. That being said, when you're being chased, it's your duty to not only keep yourself safe, but to buy time for your fellow survivors to do generators. This should be communicated by your status in the bottom left, or via communication with a team member through voice chat. Buying time for your team is just as important as keeping yourself alive. Make sure that you keep track of where the pallets are on the map to help aid in your escape. Also keep track of windows and doors, as each map is a little bit different. Also, something I do frequently is I look behind me when I'm being chased. Keeping an eye on your killer is very, very important to make sure you can read where he's going versus where you should be going. For example, if he peeks left, I need to be going right, so I'm not going to be in his line of sight. Oh. Okay. So, after that chase, you'll see since I've been injured, I now leave a blood trail on the ground, and I make noises that give away my position. So, we're going to want to jump back on a generator and find someone to heal us. So, see? We're going to let this character heal us. And we have to rely on her to not miss a skill check, or else it will cause us to scream in pain, alert the killer. There we go. So now she pointed this way. She's going to lead us to another generator. So we got 2 generators done. And we haven't had anybody get hooked. So that's a really good progress. And actually, since this chest is here, I'm going to open it. When in a chase, you should also see what's called the stain. The stain is the red light that comes from the killer's eyes when he is chasing you or when he's just roaming around the map. It doesn't matter. That will actually help you predict where he's coming from if you're around a corner or where he is going. Overall, the red stain basically just shows you where he's looking and the direction he is heading. Alright, so I made a mistake. It happens. We all make mistakes. So, now her goal is to get me to a hook. So, you want to try and struggle as best as you can before she gets that hook. Now, struggling causes the killer to sway erratically, and it also makes it harder for her to navigate. So, she got me to a hook. I now have to rely on my friends to save me. I would not ever risk it. I would never take chance to escape because there is a 4% chance that actually works. And every time you do it, it causes your life to go down farther. Okay, so there's a lot of people here. So, once your health gets to a certain point on the hook, you'll go into a struggle phase where you'll have to smash space, or I think it's A for controllers. Once you get to that phase, you have to be saved before your health runs out or you will die. So, now that we've been saved, we're going to get back on the generator. It's the main point of the game is to fix the generators. Ooh, I don't know how she hit me, but she got me. Okay. So we see down in the bottom left where our health status has changed. Someone else's health status just changed as well. So we're going to want to find help so that we can get healed. Oh, see, now they've been found in a locker. Not only that, but we're also going to want to try to save them. So now that we know they're in a chase, we can kind of freely move until she's put back on the hook. And then we got to figure it out from there. Alright, so we're gonna let this person heal us. Kind of keep your eye out. You want to look around and make sure that the killer is not either looking at you or heading towards you, because before you start to hear the heartbeat, before you start to hear the heartbeat, you can see her. There we go. So now that we finished the last generator, the exit gates will open. Now, we have the killer on us, so that means we're going to want to lose the killer before we take her over there. Either that or we're going to want to try to make it. So see, she has a perk called No One Escapes Death. That causes her to be able to one-hit down people. Now, she's going to take me to a hook, and I got to hope that they're going to save me. Given that they're all out at the exit, they may not try to save me. She's gonna hit me. So now that I've been put on the hook the second time, I'm going to have to struggle through it. So, I'm just going to have to sit here and keep hitting space until they come save me or I die. So see, we died. Now, just because we died doesn't mean we'd lose rank. It may just mean we just didn't get as many points as we could, which is fine. So we'll see here. Yeah, see, we still got enough points to what we call pip. That's fine. We move on. Alright. So with our newfound blood points, we can now put them into our blood web, which will give us the chance to upgrade our perks and find new materials to help us in game. And at level 10, we unlock the third perk slot, and we can now get 2 perks in 1 rib. Now, this is where the entity comes into play. So we're going to pick this 1 perk, and the entity is going to take that one. The entity is against us. He does not want us to get all these perks. So, sometimes you have ribs where you don't get all the perks. It's fine. The entity won't come to claim anything. Now, when you're filling out a blood web, it's a race against the entity. So see, the entity appears, and he will take whatever's left. So typically you want to make sure you get the perk first, and then you just want to grab everything else. Anything you think is valuable to you. So like, see, entity's probably going to start up here. Yep, entity start up here, and it works in a line. It's linear. Now we unlock the 4th perk slot. Now, you're not going to get this many points in your first game. Like I said, I save up, so I have a little extra luck. Now, so see, and as soon as you claim a perk, if there's a second perk in the web, it will immediately consume it, starting the entity progression right then. And then he will follow down the same path. Alright, so now that we've used most of our perks, we've leveled ourselves up so that we have all of our slots unlocked. So, now if you want to go for the quest, you have to use only her 30 perks. It's up for you to decide, but we can choose from a wide array of different things. Okay, so now, let's talk about inventory items. So, inventory items are based on a few different things. Let me go to a character that actually has all of them. Okay, so if we look at my inventory items here, you have a several different types of things with different rarities. So, you have your first aid kit, flashlight, and your toolbox. Those are the 3 main items, coming in different rarities that do different amounts of help. So, a yellow toolbox has a little bit more use than a brown one. Same with a green. Now you go up and you have maps. Maps will help you locate things. They are very good starter items, and then you can use a map to show where things are. Now, it's a limited use. And then you get keys a little later on, which allow you to open hatches, see different parts of the map. But the main thing is opening that hatch. If you find the hatch before it's time to enter it, you can technically enter that hatch anyway with a skeleton key or a dull key. They are very, very important to have in those situations and can provide you plenty of clutch moments. All this golden stuff is actually just event stuff that isn't available at the moment, so we won't even talk that. Alright, now let's get into offerings. Offerings are things you put into the campfire at the beginning of a raid. Offerings are things that you put into the fire at the beginning of a... Offerings are something you put into the fire at the beginning of the game. So, you have different things. Murky reagents, they greatly thicken the dark mist. There's also a different version of that. Here you go. That moderately thickens it. Different versions slightly thickens. There's also things that lessen the mist. So, you have a bunch of different map tokens that allow you to take different maps. Some shrouds that allow you to start away from the killer or with someone else or also all together. So all these are map tokens. All of them will take you to different map. Have a good chance to take you to different maps. You got luck add-ons, chest add-ons, hook add-ons. The white ward will allow you to keep any item you would lose as going in, so you can take a nice item and then die and still keep it through the white ward. So, same with most of this. Most of this is for maps. And then you got your blood point increases. Then you got your blood point increases. So these will increase the amount of blood points you get for a certain category. All right, let's talk about some of the special things in Dead by Daylight. So the shop allows you to purchase new clothes for your characters, purchase different DLCs. You can buy Orc Cell Packs, which are real money, so they're microtransactions. But then the important part is you have the Shrine of Secrets. Now, the Shrine of Secrets is very important because you get these little shards up here called iridescent shards, and they're player progression currency. So they take a while to build up, but once you build them up through just playing games, you can purchase different perks. Now, I already own all these, but if you didn't, you can purchase these, and that'll teach them to your different characters so you can get a head start. In the end, your survivor and your play style is all your choice. You do not have to play any one way, and you don't have to play any way someone tells you to play. You can adapt to your own style. You can play off of someone else's style. Anything works. I will say, this game is a lot more fun with friends. I really hope this video was helpful to some of you. It's not always about surviving, as I didn't survive in this game, but it's about just being able to progress yourself so you can move forward. Every game is a learning opportunity, and you just gotta take it for what it is. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be uploading some future content, so don't forget to subscribe for that. And if you really did learn something, give it a like, and maybe leave me a comment down below, and we'll see how we can make things better next time. I also stream Dead by Daylight live over at Twitch, so come hang out and say hi sometime. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay safe and well, and we'll catch you in the next one.